The main thing is your hands. Because if anything were to contaminate your house, the most likely thing will be our hands.
Since the start of the COVID-19 outbreak, we have been getting a ton of advice on how to handle groceries and deliveries without contracting the virus. And honestly, it can get a bit stressful trying to follow them all. So what are the precautions that we actually need to take, and what are some that we can ease up on?
So I think we need to have that balance without overdoing something that makes life extremely difficult, or being too careless that makes it easier for us to get infected. That balance must really be there.
Some businesses are either considering or have installed sanitation tunnels in their premises. What are your thoughts on that?
Certainly, there's no evidence that has been shown to work. I think it again goes back to the science of COVID-19. The main mode of transmission is the droplets that we release to the atmosphere. So even if you sprinkle some antiseptic on my shirt or on my face, it doesn't stop me from breathing it out. It gives you a false sense of protection. The main thing is still this and distance.
Okay, what about takeaway and delivery food? Will I be infected if the person frying my char kway teow sneezes and those droplets fall on my noodles?
So it's not a foodborne infection. Even if some of the droplets have fallen into your char kway teow, when you cook it, it's going to die. But probably the same issue is about packaging. When you receive the packaging from our food delivery guy, how do you handle it? What you can do most important is transfer it onto a fresh plate that you have. Don't eat off that packaging because you'll be touching your hands on the packaging.
So can a person really be infected by coming in contact with a contaminated item?
Has there been any proof that someone has got infected through this packaging that they have contaminated? No, I think it's very difficult to prove that. But in many settings, including hospital settings, when we swab surfaces in the patient's room, we have found coronavirus in their environment. So in theory, yes.
Let's talk about grocery shopping. What if I grab an item that was previously held by a person with COVID-19?
Even if the surface is contaminated, if our dirty hands don't touch our mucous membranes on the face, the risk is also minimal. So the important thing is, whatever you have touched at the grocery shop, at the supermarket, do not touch your face until you have cleaned your hands. The good thing about this coronavirus is that when it's outside of our body, it's not very strong. It's an envelope virus. So it's actually one of the easiest viruses to kill. The washing will kill off the virus.
I get this advice a lot. Should I shower right away when I get back home after grocery shopping?
In theory, it's probably wise to do that to some degree, but the risk, I think, is very, very low. The main thing is your hands. Because if anything were to contaminate your house, the most likely thing will be our hands.
Is there anything else you would like to recommend?
I think in the big grocery shops, there should be a floor menu. I know sometimes they limit how many people can come into the shopping area at one time, but even in the aisle, there is one person walking around to make sure the crowd moves properly.
There are a ton of advice right now about food safety during COVID-19, and it's impossible to follow them all. So how do we decide on which ones to follow?
Most important, the appropriate use of the mask, social distancing, keeping 1 to 2 meters apart from whoever's around you, and hand hygiene.